What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Vince if you are new, and back to my car. So it's been a little bit since I did a video over my car. I did a lot of videos over this year's TX2K. So if you guys haven't checked that out and you're interested in drag racing or anything of that sort, definitely check them out. Great insight with a lot of the racers that participated in this year's TX2K. I plan on attending all of the TX2Ks that we are going to have here in Dallas, so super excited for that. If you guys have any suggestions, if you watched those videos on things that I could do better, definitely let me know. And of course, I plan on doing more of the Supra build series. Got a lot of big hitters planned that's going to be featured on the channel, so make sure that you guys subscribe to find out when the video gets released. So anyways, back to the topic of this video, just updates and what the future plans are for this car. I'm going to do the 3.5 year video later this month. So as of today, it is May 9th. So future plans for the car, honestly, in the near future, nothing that I plan on doing to it. So I did just upgrade to the RK AutoWorks Gen 2 manifold. Previously had the Gen 1 manifold. But in terms of power, mods, performance mods, nothing really. Honestly, I'm pretty happy with how the car performs. Like 850 wheels, what my car dynoed at. If you guys haven't watched that video, check out my Mikey tuned video that I released back in January. I go over my build, the tuning process, spoken from Mikey Body himself. So definitely check that out. But the main thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about is my big road trip that I have planned with my dad later this year. So if you guys haven't seen my post in some of the Facebook groups for the MK5 Supras, I posted it up on there to see what people thought, if they can provide some insights for those who have taken their Supras on a super long road trip. So I'm making this video for you all so it's more visible for everyone out there. Okay, so now for the details of this road trip. So plan on taking this, kind of move the dates around a little bit, but I plan on doing this road trip starting on August 28th, and basically it's going to last until September 17th. So basically a 2.5 week road trip. So if you guys have done any long road trips, like I said earlier, definitely leave a comment down below. Let me know if you guys have any tips and tricks on just the car. I do plan on putting a ski box on the top of the Supra. So I'm definitely going to be one of those guys. I actually bought a Sea Sucker set because the car doesn't have factory roof rails. I bought some to, of course, accommodate for that. And then I already bought a Thule Motion XT Alpine. So that's one of the slimmer ones. So it's not so fat and doesn't look so weird with this car because of how low and small it is. So at least we have some space. So before I go over the itinerary, so if you guys are interested in perhaps maybe doing a super meetup, to let me know so I can make sure to fit that into the schedule. So far, what I have based on everyone that's commented on the Facebook post that I mentioned earlier is that to bring a spare tire. So I know that this car does not have a spare tire from factory, so there's actually an aftermarket one, which I will put here on the screen. I do plan on bringing a tire patch kit, a portable tire inflator, jumper cables, extra coolant, extra oil, just in case, of course, and then some basic tools, like I have let me just grab this real quick, an electric ratchet. So I plan on bringing that, a socket set, and then some ratcheting wrenches. At least whenever something mechanical comes up, I'll be as prepared as possible. Honestly, if you guys are wondering the reliability of this car, I highly recommend checking out my other videos because this car as it sits right now, I just crossed over 69,000 miles on the chassis, and this is still the stock motor. I haven't had any problems with it at all. But obviously with this kind of road trip, it is just highway driving. It's 6,000 miles. So clearly that's going to be the longest road trip that this car has ever taken by far, but I have no doubts that the car will perform as expected, ride smooth, comfortable, gets decent gas mileage, so on and so forth. So, like I said in my other videos, plenty of times, life is too short to drive boring cars. I busted my ass to afford this car and to modify it. I sure as hell will enjoy it. Nothing against you guys who likes keeping your cars in the garage and just sits there majority of its life, but for this car, that is not what I bought it for and not what I built it for. If I miss anything on those like must bring items, let me know, because I mean, I've thought about this for a little bit and I don't want to bring too much stuff like, a jack, maybe bring a portable one or something. That's what I can think of that I didn't list on my list. I'm reading off of my phone. But again, let me know. So anyways, in terms of the itinerary, on the screen right here, I'm going to put the map on Google Maps on the route that I will take with my dad. So first things first, we're going to make a stop in Denver. We don't plan on staying there too long. We're basically just going to sleep there and make our way up to Grand Teton National Park / Yellowstone. So I've actually taken this drive with my family, I think twice. So this will be the third time at this point. But my family, if you guys haven't known, if you don't know me personally, we love to go on road trips. That's what I remember doing all throughout high school and college. And I think in total, not just like myself, but as a family, we've actually been to all 50 states. An awesome achievement for sure. But I want to do this road trip with my dad before he retires. So that's really the main purpose of it all. So we're going to make our way all the way up to Yellowstone National Park, Grand Teton National Park as well. We're planning on staying there for 2 nights. Once we are done there, we do plan on driving all the way up from Yellowstone to Calgary. So we're going to drive there, and then we're actually going to stay in Canmore, which is about, I think, like 20 or 30 minutes from Banff itself. Banff is quite expensive, so we didn't want to spend too much on accommodations just because, we do need to save some of the funds with the rest of the accommodations on this road trip. So we plan on staying there for 3 nights, and then we're going to take a mini road trip in one of those days to Jasper, because what my dad has seen online is that the roads there are beautiful. So he's interested in checking it out. If you guys have made that drive, let me know how it's like. I'm not going to raise my car up. I'm going to keep it as is. It is lowered on iBock Pro lowering springs. No problems with it. Might scrape on some stuff. It's expected already, but any suggestions or tips, of course, is appreciated. On the 5th, we do plan on driving to Seattle, and we're going to stay with my in-laws there since they're from the Seattle area. And I do plan on hitting up some of the people that do live in the area. So if you guys have a super group in Seattle area and you're interested in maybe shooting some content, let me know. But I plan on being in the Seattle area for 2 nights. So on Saturday the 7th, we're just going to straight shot it from Seattle all the way straight to Napa Valley. So that's about a 12-hour drive. I do plan on visiting English Racing on the way to Napa Valley. So, Will, if you're watching this, I still have you on the itinerary, even though we moved it. Of course, Napa Valley, it's going to be beautiful going through those vineyards and stuff. Hopefully, we'll shoot some content, and it'll be nice to feature it on the channel, just the road trip itself. But then after Napa Valley, we're just going to drive through San Francisco, just explore, have some lunch there, and then drive to Monterey, where our next stop is going to be. So from what I can remember, unless you guys know a little bit better than I do, Monterey is like the last bigger city / town right before Highway 1. So I think right now Highway 1 is still closed. It's been closed since 2023 from the last time that I read the articles because of a landslide. They said that they should be opening it up here pretty soon. So by the time we take this road trip at the end of August, September, it should be open. So crossing my fingers that all goes according to plan, because I remember taking that drive with my family again back when I was like in college, the last time that I we did it. And I told myself that when I get older, when I have a sports car, I'm going to take that drive again because it was just absolutely beautiful. So it's that same highway that they featured in the first or second Fast and the Furious, but hopefully I can have my own Fast and the Furious scenes myself. We're gonna take that Highway 1 drive from Monterey all the way straight, drive it straight to LA, which is about 5 or 6 hours. Plan on staying in the East Vale area, but I do plan on visiting some of the vendors that are in LA. I would love to check out the Supra scene or car scene, of course, in LA. So again, if you guys are located in LA, please hit me up. So maybe we can meet up, shoot some content, maybe do a feature or whatever. Either way, it'll be cool to see the scene down there. So after LA, plan on driving to Vegas. It's about a 3.5 hour drive, obviously with no traffic. Been to Vegas plenty of times. Amazing, amazing food scene. I know there's a couple of people in the Facebook groups that are located in Vegas, so would definitely love to see the super scene there. And then on our way back, so we're gonna head east back to Oklahoma and Texas. We're gonna drive through Monument Valley. Obviously, there's a highway that goes through it, and I would love to shoot some photos and videos out there in the wide desert with the amazing scenery. So I don't plan on hopefully getting this car stuck, but it would be cool to feature the car, shoot some content in some place that no one really takes this car. And then basically after Monument Valley, we plan on staying there for 2 nights. On the 15th, we're just going to drive east through Amarillo and then drive through Amarillo, which is going to be a 9 hour drive for Monument Valley, and then just stay there for 1 night. And then the following day on the 16th, drive back home. So a lot of driving. Like I said earlier, in terms of just overall miles, just if we were to just straight shot it without any detours or anything, it's going to be 6,000 miles, but I'm already expecting to drive over 7,000 miles. I plan on switching out the rear tires to something more all-weather friendly, because right now in the rears I do have Nitto NT555 R2s, which are street radial tires. Drives fine in the wet, but might try to play a little bit safer and do just a regular tire. But yeah, that's the road trip and just the plans that I have for this car. Again, this is going to happen at the end of August into September. So going to be a great road trip. I'm going to definitely vlog our progress the entire time, so you guys will know right then and there how that experience is like. And if you guys have any, if you guys plan on doing a long road trip with your Supra, then you guys can just watch my videos and see what my experiences are like and give you guys just a full transparency in terms of like how the car performs. I mean, obviously my car is very, very modified. So if my car can do it, then for you guys with simpler builds, it shouldn't be too different than a stock one. But yeah, super excited to hear what you guys think and what tips that you guys have for myself and my dad. Check out our Texas Supras group. We did rebrand the group quite recently. So if you guys were wondering what happened to the DFW Supras Instagram and Discord, we did move it to Lonestar Supras. So make sure to check out the Discord link in the description below, as well as the Instagram handle on the screen, as well as the link for our Instagram profile in the description below, so you guys can see what not just Dallas now, but what the rest of Texas is doing with their Supras. But hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video.